Okay, I'm just gonna let the camera roll and talk a little bit. So I started this journey on YouTube about a year ago, and my idea was just to, I like movies, I like TV shows, so maybe I could put them both together, do some reviews, start a review channel. I always wanted to do something, but then in the back of my mind I know how everyone does that now. So I'm like, I need some original content. I came up with that idea. So in the midst of me starting my channel, running things, going through, just seeing how the whole system works and understanding it, I started saying, okay, now I need to start my original content. And one thing I always like to do is create things. Ever since I was little, I was editing on a big VHS camera set crew type thing, and I didn't do it constantly, but I did it a few times where I'd spend hours just working at it, doing like little clay objects moving around and stuff, and just little basic stuff. It was fun for me. Sometimes I spend hours doing that stuff. And even in high school, we started in our computer tech program. We started editing. They allowed us to make little short videos and edit them. And it was with that old plastic system where you had these rubber wheels you turn and you would cut and edit. You're editing VHS tapes, so it was fun. I was always interested in that, but I never knew what to do with it. So here I am years later, 20-something years later from high school, and I make ends meet. I've done everything. I've done DoorDash, done Instacart, I've done Uber, I've done Lyft. I've worked 9-to-5 jobs. I worked at FedEx for years. I worked at a furniture company for a couple of years, and I used to be a sky cap at the airport. And then I went to a whole training program for construction engineering, not construction engineering, but concrete, cement masonry, just the works. And I learned all this stuff. I've been learning all these trades. I'm savvy. I even go online and for YouTube, I'll look up something, how to fix something. Just yesterday I was fixing our refrigerator because the refrigerator stopped freezing. So I went into the back of it, opened it all up, saw a big block of just frozen ice in there. So chiseled it away. Then I even got the steamer, melted it away. Learned that. I just learned that off the cuff of just watching it and observing it. So I'm at this point where I can see things, and I want to take them apart a little bit, fix them, and put them back. And I'll do that here and there when something is broken. I've done that to gates. I've done that to dryers and washing machines, and that's my interest. But now, where I'm at right now, I want to focus on something that can, possibly generate some good income, and maybe I'll branch out and do something else after that. So this is kind of my journey, just talking to you guys. I figured why not talk about it as I go through it. The process is not always fun, so just talking about it, letting the camera fly. Right now I'm in Sausalito, looking at this beautiful view of this part of the Bay Area. It's just, let me step out for a second. It's nice. So it's inspiring to see an area where you don't live, especially when it's kind of ritzy, and just see what they have going on. And it's inspiring. I don't want to be like these people, but if I could actually have a place that could help people, maybe buy a house out here, that would be cool. That's an idea, but it may be an idea that never comes true, but it's an inspirational movement that keeps me going. So trying to stay positive, stay busy and doing something. That's what I think it's all about. So just keep going. That's what I do. I keep going, and then I hope for the best. Fall where I land, pick up and work from there. Improvise, adapt, overcome. That's what I've been taught. So I guess until next time, you guys, have a good one.